Yeah, I guess there's some like punk kids in East Building or something. So, taking a look at you guys, if you want, obviously grab Chromebook so you're trying. Schoology. Is there anything you'd like me to go over from 8.5 homework? Yeah. Number 8. Number 8. Okay. Ruby, can you turn the lights down for us, please? Thank you. Yeah.
I was absent, so can I give you the 8.4 to get the
Yeah, just put, yeah.
Oh.
All right. If the perimeter is 50, find x. Okay. So this has to be over here as well. Is that okay? So if we want to find the perimeter, I'm going to add up all the sides. So I have 2x plus 2x, that's 4x, plus 8x is 12x. And then I have negative 2, negative 2, negative 2, that's negative 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. And what's the perimeter say it's equal to? 50? Then I got 12x is equal to 48. X is equal to 12.
4.
4. What? Yes, 4. Jeez. Just making stuff up. Johnny.
You do 12?
Yeah, buddy. Number 12. Find AD. Okay. So it's 12 here. 32. 14. All right, they want us to find right there, correct? So I think a few things to realize is I can drop down an altitude, so that creates a right triangle. And I will drop an altitude down there as well. I feel like I'm missing a part though. All right. I have everything labeled correctly, right? All right, so the nice thing is I know that this distance right here is 12 as far as that box would go. And so then I could find the height here. So that looks like opposite and hypotenuse. So I could go sine 32 equals h over 14. So h equals 14 sine 32. I don't know why I wanted to find h. Actually, I wanted to find this down here. So that's equal to 14. Oh, that's why. Somebody work that out for me, please. Make sure your calculator is in degree mode. Yeah.
I just have something. So, for number 11 and 12, 11 wanted you to put it into like this other form where it's like the radicals not done full, like the decimal.
Oh, you kept it as radical? Okay.
Yeah.
Either if it just says find the perimeter and it has no other directions, I would take either way. Oh, thank you. 7.42 looks like. All right, so I need that for this height as well, 7.42 for right there. And then now I want to find this down here. So that looks like it's going to be cosine because that's the adjacent side. So we'll just call that A. So I have cosine of 32 is equal to the adjacent side over the hypotenuse. So that's going to give me A equals 14 cosine 32. And you guys have the calculators to do that. .87, I'll take that. Okay, so now I know this distance and I know the 12. So then I want to find the very last distance here, so I had to find the height because that height would transpose over here. So now I'm going to find this over here, and that looks like opposite and adjacent, so that means I got to use tangent. I got tangent 57 is equal to, we'll call this the green A, 7.42 over A, which is A tangent 57 equals 7.42, which means A has to be equal to 7.42 divided by tangent 57. Thanks for keeping that for me. So then I find that A is 4.82. So how do I find that whole distance? Well, I add 11.87 and 12 and 4.82 and find out that that whole base is 28.69 units. Is that okay? I forgot who asked for that one. Johnny, was that yours? Cool. Yeah.
Number 11.
11. Okay, number 11. So 30, that's 24, 10, that's 45. So we want to find the perimeter. So I'm going to do the similar type of thing where that's a height, and then I also have a height here. Okay, those heights will be the same. Opposite of 30, we don't know, but we know the hypotenuse. What do we always know? Relationship opposite of 30 and hypotenuse. Divide by 2. So that's got to be 12. If that's 12, this has to be 12. And that's going to allow us to solve a little bit more. So this has to be a 60-degree angle down here then. So what would the side opposite 12 root 3? Good. And then this one, that's 10. So this distance we know is already 10. And that's a 45, 45, 90. So that also has to be 12 up here then. And so what they probably did is they probably kept root 3 as the exact answer. So we're trying to find the perimeter. Okay. And then that has to become 12 root 2. And so let's see, we combine anything that's whole numbers. So that's 34, 44, 54, 56 plus 12 root 3 plus 12 root 2. Is that what they had for the answer, Devin? Like that?
Yeah, they did like that.
Yeah, and the reason why they kept it like that, I believe, is because you were able to find the exact values, so you could find exactly the length of it. If you took the square roots, you're finding the decimal approximate, which, I mean, again, it said to find the perimeter. It did. Should you always know that if you have exact values to keep it that way? I don't know if that's what I'm looking for or not. If I had this as a multiple choice question, I would probably have that answer. I wouldn't have another answer that would be the decimal equivalent as well.
So if it has like a triangle, like a 45, 45, 90, would you want to do it like that?
I think that's kind of the wise thing to do on those because you can get the exact values. Is that cool? Yeah. 9 and 10. Number 9. I don't know how often we use trapezoids out in the real world, but I like them. I don't know why. There's like goofy rules that go with them. So that's 2x. X plus y. That's 9y. And that's 3x plus 4. Okay. It's an isosceles trapezoid. I think that we would have to know that this length here and this length here are identical. So I can go 9y equals 3x plus 4. That doesn't happen unless it has to be an isosceles trapezoid. And then we could say, well, then this and this are equal as well. And that's gonna, I could resolve this bottom one to say that x is equal to y. So that's what that leads to. Being x equals y, and then I just plug it in. So I'll plug a y in right there. So I get 9y equals 3 times y plus 4. 9y equals 3y plus 4. What is that? 6y equals 4. Y equals 4 over 6, or 2 over thirds, 2 over 3. And then if I need to find, that's my y value, so I can plug that in. Well, x and y have to be equal based on that, so x is also 2/3. It should be 12. Oh, this one? Oh. Number 9, did I do it right? 2/3, 2/3, yay! And 10 as well, is that the other one? Was that S for, was 10 the other one? Okay. Bless you. 3x plus 3. If you have a computer, it'd be good if you put it back away. We're running out of time. Okay, so that's mid-segment theorem, which means if I add this and this together and divide by 2, it'll be equal to that. We'll finish up soon tomorrow. Have a great day, everybody.